Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Pablo Gregorini. Welcome to the event number 3 of the international workshop, Creating in Future Multi-Scapes, from Thoughtscapes to Landscapes, Creating Health from the Ground Up. So I'm Professor Pablo Gregorini from Lincoln University. I'm the head of the Center of Excellence for Designing Future Productive Landscape, which is the main organizer of this event. I must say again, like I've been saying in these 3 consecutive days so far, we've got another 3 in front of us. Anyways, that this couldn't have been possible without the help of Professor Fred Provenza, Professor Ian Gordon, and Professor Carol Kerman from University College London. You know, these wonderful people are the international international organizing committee from this workshop. And again, without them, it would have been impossible. But also need to thank very much to the local organizing committee, to Blink and the Lincoln University Pastoral Life Production Lab. Has been working really hard to make this happen, to Dr. Anita Fleming, Julia Henson, Cameron Marshall, and Tom Maxwell. Thank you very much, guys, for helping in all of this. And continuing thanking, we got several sponsors that without them, again, this would have been impossible. Major thanks to the Lincoln University Centennial Trust, the OECD, CRP, Silver Fern, Gilly, the Royal Society through Catalyst Fund, Kramer Farms, New Zealand Global Ecosystems, Rural Co, the Deer Industry, Vietnam, FAR, ATA, Countrywide, Dairy Exporter, Agricom, AgriSea, the Savory Network, Grassland, etc., etc. So we also thanks, you know, to the silver sponsors and the supporters there. You know, thank you very much. This has been a fantastic help from you. I must reiterate that all the speakers have sent and they have their book chapters accepted in what's going to be an electronic and a hard copy book that's going to be sent to all of you once we compile it. A book that is taken care of by the Frontiers, and that book slash electronic book as well is a research topic in Frontiers of Sustainable Food Systems, Agroecology, and Ecosystem Services. So all the talks are going to be linked later on in a video book to those particular papers. So regarding publications as well, or outcomes of this workshop, we must say that due to the amount of people that were interested in publishing or being participants in this workshop, at least through papers or book chapters, we had opened special issue in the Sustainability Journal, an open access journal of MBPI, and that special issue is co-edited by the Professor Ian Gordon, Professor Fred Provenza, and myself. So a little bit of what's going on so far. For example, in the book, we got in the site about 80,000 views. So from last week, we got another 2,500, and that was on Friday. So I imagine today we got another 3,000 as compared to last week. We have 40 book chapters articles accepted, 3 to be submitted yet, and 5 in review. So we'll end up with that book with 48 chapters pretty much. And we have around 9,200 book chapters articles down low there. Regarding sustainability, special issue, maybe Ian at the end of the day can make some comments, but so you know, we are receiving papers and we'll have that special issue open for for submissions till August. So if any of you that are here today would like to submit a paper to that special issue, please contact us and we go from there. So before we go to the sponsor number one, let me tell you what we are going to have in session one, right? So that session is going to be split up in 3 main streams. The stream number one is going to be chaired by me. Stream number two is going to be chaired by the recent acquisition of our department, Agricultural Science Department at Lincoln University, Dr. Sandy Slow. And stream three is going to be chaired by Dr. Anita Fleming. In stream one, we are going to have the presentation of Dr. Chris Perley, who is going to be from Otago University, who is going to be talking about pastoral agriculture in the post-industrial age, building functional integrity and realizing potential. In stream two, we are going to have Dr. Jane Addison from James Cook University, understanding alignments and misalignment of values to better craft institutions in the pastoral drylands. Alison has sent us her presentation, so we are going to play her video, but she's going to join us in the questions and answer right after that. In stream three, we have also the honor to have Freydhelm Taube. Sorry if I butcher your last name and name, Freydhelm. So it's good to see you. After a couple of years, at least we can see each other online now. He's going to be talking about ecological intensification in dairy production towards specialized or integrated systems in Northwest Europe. And again, as I said today, Jim Howell sent his apologies. He had some issues with one of his ranches there in the States, so hopefully everything is going well there. And so all the best, Jim. We'll be talking with you later on. But he was supposed to be talking about grazing in nature's image. Just keep moving, but do it mindfully. So we'll convince Jim. Jim is a cowboy from the United States, and we'll convince him to put his notes into a kind of perspective article and just in one of the proceedings that I've talked about. So to keep moving now, we are now going to play the video of one of the main sponsors of Beef and Lamb New Zealand, and then we'll provide some space to one of the main members of Beef and Lamb, Dan Breer, to talk a little bit about it.
The recipe for perfect beef and lamb. Take one small fresh country. Make sure it's nice and remote. Now, keep it at the ideal temperature all year round. Next, mix in the farmers. They go perfectly with the nature of this unique place. Add regular sprinkles of rain to really bring out the lush meadow grass. Then let your animals happily graze on this grass all day, every day. And there you have it, New Zealand, the perfect recipe for beef and lamb. Taste pure nature.
Yeah, I love that. I love that video. I love that for a couple of reasons. the things that I really like about it is it includes our landscapes, which is so important to our farming systems. It includes our people, and it includes our products. All three of those being added together, and I guess really important and pertinent in this conversation that you're about to have around landscapes and healthscapes for the future. Beef and Lamb is got a relationship with Pablo and his centre at Lincoln University. We've got a memorandum of understanding. One of the things that we put a bit of effort and thought into is what does the future of farming look like, especially 5, 10 or 15 years out. Our role as a levy-funded organisation for farmers is to do the things and think about the things that individual farmers can't think about on their own behalf. So this absolutely fits into that area. Another piece of work, we've got a couple of other pieces of work which will be interesting as well. So one you might be aware of is our research into the consumer acceptance of regenerative farming. What we're trying to do there is find out what consumers and people around the world think regen farming is, if there's a market opportunity for it, and then what that means for us back on farm and how we could apply that on farm. So we've just recently finished that research and we'll be presenting that soon. The good news is that people are probably aware of something about regenerative agriculture. They don't really know what it means apart from some words, but they feel like they'd be prepared to pay a premium for it. So if there's a production cost that would impact on farmers, that would be paid for. Another interesting piece of work we're doing, this is alongside Beef and Lamb Inc. and the Meat Industry Association, is what we call the grass-fed advantage, where we're doing clinical trials, including human trials, to see the difference between food produced off that sort of landscape that we just watched in that video versus other farm food production systems, including, I think, alternative or plant-based proteins, to really try and dig into that, a bit beyond the amount of protein that's in someone's diet, to really see some of those health and other impacts and outputs that come for us as humans from the food we eat. So at Beef and Lamb, our vision is sustainable and profitable farmers valued by all communities, and vibrant rural communities valued by all New Zealanders. And so I think, again, that really speaks to our relationship here with Lincoln, which is about communities and about landscapes and about whole farm systems. So all the best for today. Look forward to seeing how you go.
Thank you very much, Dan. It was wonderful, and it's been great to team up with you. Beef and Lamb has been a wonderful support of our lab and our Center of Excellence since I joined Lincoln University. So we keep looking forward to do even more things with Beef and Lamb. Thank you, Sam.